Hi everyone, this is Carolyn Speaks, the State of the World on Saturday, June 13th, 2020. So what is it? Good, bad, indifferent? Let's find out. Well, the coronavirus, no surprise here, is still with us. We've surpassed 2 million cases now in the U.S. That's quite a lot of people. I remember when Trump said we had 15, he says it's going to go down to 0. It's not a problem. It's a hoax. It's fake news. Well, we've got 2 million now, 2 million plus. And we have over 113,000 people have passed away from the virus. No hoax. It's a deadly disease, and not taking the proper precautions leads to more and more loss of life. Now, ICU doctors, in intensive care unit doctors, have learned a lot about the coronavirus that we are now having and experiencing, and they have some ideas of how to prepare for a second wave. For instance, they don't really stress the use of ventilators unless it's really needed. I think they say it's better for a patient not to be dependent on a machine if they could breathe on their own with some other type of help. And that's what they're thinking of. Um, Doctors and nurses have been always afraid of getting infected by the virus. They still are, but now there's more protective equipment, so we'll see what happens there. We still need more personal protective equipment: gowns, masks, face shields, gloves, shoe coverings, ventilators, respirators. And we have to practice proper social distancing, 6 feet between any two people, and we have to wear masks when we go out in public, and gloves too. You should only go out if you have to, like to get food or medicine. The more people you come in contact, even if everyone is wearing a mask, puts everyone in danger. So only go out if you have to. In our family, we only go out when we have to, but sometimes things occur causing the need for someone to your home to do some work. For instance, we had a plumber at our house today for 6 hours because of some things that just weren't working right or working at all. We had to replace some things. Now, the plumbers, they were there, and they did take a break to go to lunch, and then they came back, and we did practice proper social distancing and wore masks. And so hopefully that was enough. But we shall see. We are definitely don't want to get the virus, don't want anyone else to get the virus. Now, I don't know if you recall, there was an incident where the president wanted to leave the White House one evening, I think it was last week, to go walk through Lafayette Park and go over to a church that had been partially burned for a photo op. And Lafayette Park was full of protesters. They were protesting peacefully, but it's not clear who actually gave the order to disperse the crowd. I don't know if it was Trump or his Attorney General Barr, but someone did. And initially the Secret Service said they did not use pepper spray to clear protesters from the park for a Trump church photo op. But now it turns out that someone in the Secret Service did use pepper spray. So there. The truth does come out eventually if you wait long enough. Now, Trump did attend West Point today for a graduation ceremony, and it's kind of controversial because people are criticizing the military's role in the protests. The military is not supposed to get involved with domestic situations, but apparently they have been with National Guard. So who knows? There's been a lot of talk and discussion about racism in worldwide, and now Scotland seems to have slave owning past, and so they're doing some self-examination to bring things to light. The Prime Minister of England, Winston Churchill, was in favor of the British Empire, which included Asia and Africa, and of course North America. So they're protesting, people in England have been protesting Winston Churchill. And here people are protesting, what's his name, Christopher Columbus, because he was definitely a racist, and he's also a butcher. He tried to just annihilate the Native Americans he came in contact with in the U.S. So we have all these situations, and we don't really know what's going to happen. We have statues all over of people who have done things, or said things, that are not thought of as okay now. For instance, President Woodrow Wilson, he was president in 1919, 1920, when we had a virus. They called it the Spanish flu. It was really an American flu. And he didn't take proper action. It led to 600,000 Americans being killed. And he shipped the troops overseas. It was during World War I. They infected everybody on their ships and everybody overseas. And the tally is as many as 60 million people may have died from the misnamed Spanish flu in 1918, 1919. Okay, and that actually started in a military installation in the Midwest, and they didn't know much about it, and went unchecked, and a lot of people lost their lives. And that was under the watch of President Woodrow Wilson. So if there's a statue of Woodrow Wilson around somewhere, maybe his statue should come down. He's also a racist and believed in segregation in the U.S. So that's what we have with regard to the situation with the coronavirus and with racism. But hopefully what's happening will bring a lot of discussion and solutions, good solutions to how we treat each other and how our government treats us, and getting our government to treat us well. Also, how to treat people equitably and fairly with regard to health care, because the coronavirus is been devastating to minority communities, and that is a problem because of lack of the health care in all communities is not the same. Coronavirus is an equal opportunity disease, and health care is not available to the same degree in every community in the U.S. So we have to fix racism, end it, and we have to fix the lack of health care in the U.S. All right. Now, that's a lot of business for today. Maybe it's time to have a little song. All right, I'm back. The song I'd like to sing today is called Goodnight Irene. It was recorded by the Weavers, which included Pete Seeger, who's very famous. And it was written, it was written by but two Americans. And it's kind of a folk song, a ballad. So let's give it a try. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Last Saturday night I got married. Me and my wife settled down. Now me and my wife are parted. Gonna take another stroll downtown. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Sometimes I live in the country. Sometimes I live in the town. Sometimes I have a great notion to jump into the river and drown. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Stop rambling, stop your gambling. Stop staying out late at night. Go home to your wife and your family. Sit down by the fireside bright. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Okay, that was Good Night, Irene. I hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And hope to see you all back here again tomorrow evening for another meeting with Carol Ann Speaks, The State of Our World. And remember, take care of yourself, take care of others, and kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. So, good night now on Saturday, June 13, 2020, from Carol Ann Speaks, The State of Our World. Good night. Thanks for listening.